I prefer the coffee.
Okay. Yay.
And I mean, I don't know how much talking we did about it. We support that brother in his time of crisis.
So y'all didn't read the list, is what you're saying?
No, we read the list,
Oh, okay. Just making
and we
sure.
still support that brother in his time of crisis.
Amen. Amen.
In the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
All right, you're out of here. Putting you in the comments.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Hey there, buddy.
How's it been, man? It's been a while. Just looking, filling out the stage, feeling the vibes.
Well, welcome, welcome. This is our Saturday praise and worship space, uh, where you can either spread love or hate, but either way, we're happy you took the time to join us.
Yeah, man, I think it's dope when we can all get together, one big happy family, and just kind of feel the vibes out and establish bonds that didn't exist before. Build firmer bridges.
Well, whether y'all are loving each other or hating each other, you guys are all really just one big happy family. It's just different sectors of the family.
Yeah, man, I do agree. We a lot of changes this week. A lot of people leaving spaces that used to be here a lot. I see the change in the new year. I feel like I've been here for a while, and I've just seen the intersections of a lot of personalities, and I feel like the second season. Like the first season, the second season, maybe this is the third season.
Mm.
Who left spaces this week?
Just a couple people. Just um, I don't want to bring the person's name up because I don't feel like you would treat that person with kindness. So, but shout out to my man's. Yeah.
Do you think
They-
I don't treat people with kindness?
I said that person. I don't know. Yeah. Just given your history with that person, I don't know if you would treat that person with kindness. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the interview you guys did last night. That was fun.
What'd you think?
Uh, I thought it was warm-hearted, and
Mm, yeah.
very gracious send off.
Let's wake it up. Y'all really sick of Imani and Flip doing these spaces? Because they do it a lot. Like they do it right after the pod drop. That's crazy. How you gonna let that happen?
What does sick of mean?
Maybe it's not to your liking to some level.
What if it was? What if I absolutely loved it and thought it was a genius idea?
He definitely loves it.
Okay, wait. I mean, you could tell us if that's what you, what if it is. I mean, you're indeed Joe Budden, right?
You
So
know,
you
it's
could be
part of
like, yo,
my it's part of my gig now to never let you know how I feel about anything, whether I say something publicly on a pod or on spaces. It's like my duty to never be able to share my actual real thought on anything. And it kind of helps fuel the fucking monetization thing that you guys got going on so you can theorize and shit.
yeah, I do, but I just think there's also just how do you actually feel about it? Like, I would think it would create some type of some type of clash when people are appearing more prepared for their spaces than the actual pod.
Oh, well, that would be conjecture on your part.
How would it be conjecture? There's actual evidence.
There's no evidence of someone being more prepared for spaces than they are for a podcast. I think that's where the spaces pod line gets a little blurry for some people.
Well, there are some elements that overlap with both parts, and I do think that some people just show a different side of themselves on spaces that could also play out well on the pod.
Okay, you are entitled to think that that overlap is wherever you see it. I've heard you share that before.
Mm.
I've heard you share that before.
I don't see overlap between the spaces and the pod. You've never heard me share that.
On the pod today, you were talking about how, I mean, obviously, right? The pod Joe is different than real life Joe. But I've heard you say that, you see people on spaces, they got all the topics in the world. You said that. You
Oh
said
no,
that.
I'm just talking shit. I'm just cracking on my man. I don't care about that. I don't really believe that.
But when the shit talking kind of plays out really like what's happening, it's kind of. It's no longer shit talking, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yes, from your POV, I do get what you're saying, and to it for you to admit my side of things would crumble many things for you. So I get that you have to stay on that side of the fence.
What side of the fence?
This is the biggest thing moving, Danny.
I don't know. Them Julian
I
videos killing.
know, I know, I know. Listen, I'm
Well,
down. I'm down to joke. I love jokes, but in real life, in reality, with all of the flip e spaces, with all of the whatever you want to throw out there, this is the biggest thing moving, bigger than it's ever been previously. So it makes it tough to come say, "Hey, stop your spaces."
so you're saying it makes it tough to even have that conversation? Mm.
Yo, you so slick.
I tell you, man,
Yo,
it
hey,
would make
this,
it tough
hey,
because
that boy. One
I
thing,
haven't.
hey, Danny, I found out what you do, what your real job is.
All right, go ahead. I mean, I don't mind you sharing it. I'm proud of it.
No, That's not who I am. I'm not.
It's not like I do some shit
that-
that I'm so ashamed of.
That's not. That's not who I am. That's not what I do, and that's not why I was bringing it up. I just think that there's an interesting. It made so many things make sense. It's interesting parallels there, and it helps to explain you and just the psyche of you.
You think that I don't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Uh,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that was interesting.
Yeah, who told you, man? Did you Google me? Did you just find my
I've
name? Or
never Googled you. I've never typed you into the Google, buddy.
what is wrong with that? There's a lot of doxing going on here. People are being Googled.
Oh, well, I haven't Googled anyone from Spaces.
Okay. Well, who have you Googled?
I'd have to check my cookies.
All right.
I don't think
Well,
I've been
that's a
Googling
lot.
people. I don't. I'm not a people Googler.
Okay. Well, I mean,
How have you been otherwise, man? What's going on outside of the stoplight?
the stoplight? You mean like in my life in general?
Yeah,
Like, I told all of y'all I had a promotion. It's been a lot more work. And different type of life balance now with my previous role. It was a lot more easier to balance both identities. Now it's kind of like Clark Kent and Superman, man. They're really fighting right now. And
you jinxed Julian's second episode numbers
how did I jinx it?
by spewing evil over it.
How did I spew evil over it? I just point out the trends
He
of
said,
people doing the
"Oh, the first one did really, really good, but they tend to do good. The first one after the breakup. I think his second one will be."
yeah, but I was
You
right.
said that shit a few times too. It's like, damn, why don't you wish him more?
I just been seeing this for a while, and I know that's usually how it goes.
You know.
I mean, he's doing better numbers than some other podcasters.
Well, if that's a shot, I don't know who you're shooting at.
Yeah.
He's doing better numbers than Fred.
First, my man, don't talk about him like that.
No,
Come
but
on, why
see,
you always,
this is my
why you
no wait,
do the
hold
thing? Why you always trying to
on.
divide us, man? I don't understand,
No, I
man.
don't say these things to divide
I
y'all.
know I'm trying to divide y'all, but why you trying to divide us?
This is my question to you. With all the science that's done over there and all the critiquing, some really great ideas, some really faulty ones as well. Why y'all don't never use those critiquing skills? Not necessarily you, but why don't Fred use those skills to get his view off of 57?
I think Fred talks about what he wants to talk about. It's not necessarily. I think some people are having conversations they don't want to have just because it does good views, and I don't think Fred is one of those people. Like he's going to talk about some local Atlanta politician if he wants that may not get views just because he wants to have that dialogue. I mean,
Oh,
it's no other than
yeah.
it's no
Nah,
different.
don't try to know different. Then I
Wait,
don't like
can I
that.
get?
No,
Why you following me before I get to my
I
move?
didn't.
Let me
I
get to
Because you
my.
deflected the real answer to my question,
No.
and now you about to.
It's no different than interviewing someone about someone doing a screening exam of someone's rectum and getting 200 views. I don't understand why people can't have the conversations they want to have, regardless of the reach it has.
They could. You're right. I'm talking about like 20 videos having 20 views.
I mean, I
I'm
don't think
not.
that's true. I think you're lying now.
I'm
I don't think
talking
that's true.
about the the arc or lack
I think now
of.
you're. I think now you're
So y'all
reaching because
don't.
when
So
other
y'all
people says
don't.
that,
So that's why you make me mad because you don't be wanting to do the science on the scientists. So I come
oh,
over
I
there, I
feel like
just
I do.
start clicking on YouTube's, and I'd be like, you know what, man, God is just hilarious.
No, there's no absurd is doing this thing, man. He's having
No, he's
conversation.
not, Danny.
What is doing
He's
it? What is
not
doing your
doing
thing?
his thing.
I think he's doing his thing.
No, you don't.
I swear to
Your
God, I think
real
he's
job
doing his
lets me
thing.
know that you don't think that.
No, my real
You would
job
be
allows me to see.
fired if you went to your real job and said he's doing his thing.
I don't think you know what my real job is because if you say that, you wouldn't know what my real job is. My real job is analyzing people's growth and kind of seeing, all right, maybe this person isn't hitting the goals that they can hit, but they're doing tangible goals that they can reach. Not that saying this applies to absurd, but he's doing his thing as far as having productive conversations and dialogues that a lot of people on podcasts don't have. Oh my God, he's so successful in that.
All right. We'll agree to disagree on that one.
There you have it.
And then you stepped on the dub space.
Oh yeah, people keep saying that was a Discord. Yeah, that was. They were waiting
You
for me.
stepped on the. You stepped on the. Nah, you got hate in your heart. We got to. Let's wake it up.
Now we get
Let's
into it.
talk about
All
it.
right.
No,
Yeah.
you knew that Dub was having the Benzino Discord,
I
and you
violated.
started a space.
You think I'm proud of that? Like,
Nah,
you think
we
I'm
got to
proud?
talk
No.
about it, man.
All
what's
right.
what's going on? No, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop.
I love you doing the we works. What people say I do to you.
No.
No, I think shout out to Dub. The Benzino interview is up.
Oh, then you'd have really loved my new idea of spoofing y'all with y'all's content. But then
That would be
that might have
fire.
been
I
too
welcome
helpful,
it.
so I X'd it.
That's the thing is we always win. Like whatever you want to do,
Nothing I do
you
will
can.
ever help Fred.
Nah, Fred is the man. I don't know why he asks the most thought provoking questions. Um, yeah, I don't know why you hating on Fred. I don't get what's your obsession with Fred. You mentioned him a lot of all the we works.
Just an easy target. It's the logic of
I
your crew.
actually think it's the opposite. I think if you were to have a conversation with Fred, he
I'm
would get the
never
better
having
of
a
you.
conversation with Fred.
When you did have conversations with Fred, he got the
That's
better of you. I
before I knew
remember
his
those
name
days.
was Fred.
You thought Fred and Slick were the same person, so I can see why you don't know his name.
Yeah, actually, I did. I
So,
did. Oh, let me
but
stop talking shit, man. Listen, this is all in good fun.
praise Lord.
So
All
it's
right.
all in good fun. I'm just talking shit. Please don't take any of this like seriously. It's just fun. That's it.
The numbers went up, Joe. It was 380 when I got here. Now it's
Because you
506.
came in being messy.
Oh, just
This
like
was a
you.
praise and worship room, and everybody that came to the stage has spread love. Actually, we were just talking about child abuse before you got here. But
Oh, that's great. And hate space. It also said,
well, yeah, if somebody wanted to come up and hate,
I'm not hating. You came up. You came up with the the absurd hate. I didn't do none of that. That was you. Look what you've done,
like you could have just went to the Discord.
Danny from the top throws a space at the same time.
Yo, yo,
Benzino.
the things that get the different communities in the uproar. You guys are great.
But those the people that threw that space were just. They said they wanted to get their space pod hot. They brought that up as a reason.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
There's a lot of space pods. People don't want to pay Mandy and Weezy no more, man.
How's them Patreon numbers looking?
Oh, they got better. I'm not saying I'm doing crazy numbers, but I mean, I'm in the hundreds of subscribers, so that's good.
Hey, huh? Talk about it.
Yeah, man.
Talk about it.
Your girl trying to put spaces on Patreon too now. That's wild.
My girl, who?
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
You don't know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know him.
You don't know you don't know some girl on Twitter? You don't know none of that? All right.
I have no idea what
The
talking
girl that
about.
you almost like set up as the queen of spaces. She was blocking dudes. People couldn't get on your stage. All that. You don't remember that?
Don't try to fucking rehash old beefs on my
No,
stage.
I'm
Seriously.
saying.
Please do not weaponize my stage to rehash old beefs.
You ever saw True Detective?
Why do you
You ain't
do
gonna answer me.
that? Like, why do you do that? Like, why do you show that
That's
these
messy.
people living regular is living rent free in your head? Why do you do that?
It's not because it's all funny. Because it's like
Wait, and hold up for a minute. Now that I think I know what
uh,
you're
it's
talking about.
December 2023 all over again. Go ahead,
No,
Joe.
no, for real. Do you have a monopoly on putting spaces on Patreon?
No, no, not at all. I think actually people should do it if they want to,
Yeah.
I don't know, monetize. But I just think it was funny coming from folks who may not, who was like, I'm not a content creator. And I was always like, you are. And that's definitely a content creator right there.
Well, many people on spaces have realized that they are indeed content creators, whether they wanted to acknowledge it or not. So I don't see anything wrong with that.
That's
I
true.
don't think people should be shamed for learning that about themselves.
It's still funny to shame them when they find out that they were content creators this whole time. And
Especially
I
when
was
they're
telling
good
them
at
that.
it. Like, they're good at it.
I mean, it's everybody's good to somebody.
See, you can't do that if you think Fred is good. See, that's why I think it's cap.
That's actually
If you
facts.
think Fred
Everybody,
is good, you can't do that. You just be saying
Fred is
shit.
great. Fred is great.
Who's not great over there?
That was for your level of discernment. I can't speak to your type of um metric of greatness.
Is it true that you're afraid of Dub elevating past you,
Keeps me up at night.
and
Yeah,
that's why you didn't support him and tried to step on his shit?
I supported everybody. I support everybody. A lot of those men are way more talented than me.
He's deflecting,
No, it's true. I said that I went on the spiel like
being
a month ago.
condescending.
All the buzzwords. You're a thief, Joe. You gonna say what they say about me? So, nah,
Is that thief
nah.
narrative still out there?
I mean,
Nah,
yeah.
I think we killed that one.
We.
We killed that one together like a family.
Who's the family?
Hmm. Everybody, the whole family.
Well, anyway, I don't want to take over the stage. I know you guys were um, talking about good stuff, so I'm gonna leave you guys. I hope you have a wonderful time, Joe.
And
Come on, man, get it back together. I feel like the show's in a lull. I know I've said that for a while, but it just feels like ever since that Jersey shit,
but you
it's
never
been.
say when it's lit.
I said it was lit on the other day. I was like, that 2023, the late half of that, when improper improv was actually improper improv and not whatever Flip made it, and when the bare minimum rant, oh my god,
Oh,
I was
classic.
like, I can't.
Shoulda went.
I can't quit my Patreon. I can't do it because when it was Ish and Nice, I was like, 1 month I would do it, 1 month I wouldn't. But then when Flip joined and he was going through his trying to like acclimate with, I guess, not people that are backwoody and all them, it was great seeing the tension. And
Shout
now,
out to Backwoody Gang Gang.
yeah, backwoody's are actually really good. But
Yes, he is.
yeah, now it's not like that anymore. But I understand that people just find levels of what they are. I know you're not going 100 right now.
That is speculative.
I said I know so it's my perspective.
And listen, buddy, like I told you, I would take this with a little more merit if you were ever able to explain the other side. So I mean,
The other side.
you said that in the late half of 2023 or whatever you said it, but you don't say it enough. You don't you don't say it enough when we're killing. Like, and that bothers
Nah,
me
man.
about you.
Nah, I was on my channel saying like, yo, why can't go on that Joe like that? He's the leader of this shit. I was saying shit like that, but y'all don't want to focus on that. Y'all like the comedians that see the person not laughing at your joke and you micro focus on that person and the whole crowd's laughing.
I don't do that.
Yeah, you do
I
that.
don't do that.
Yeah, you do.
I don't think
But
so. Well, either way. It's great talking to you. Just know you're always welcome on any stage that I'm a part of.
So is Julian, apparently. All right, everybody. Peace.
No, yo.
Have a
You
great
know
day.
They
what?
bullied they
Have a
bullied
big.
Julian away from my stage.
Julian
Oh
thought it was
God.
MySpace,
I,
man.
I
Give him a
know.
break.
I know he did.
All right,
I
y'all.
know
Bye.
he did. Goodbye, Danny. Oh my God.
You guys are too much. That was peace. I didn't notice it said hate space in here in the title.
Who's that? Coffee?